Hello and welcome. You are listening to the question and answer session that was created as a result of the Key Action 2 project called Empowering Young People with Disabilities Through Sports. It is proven that a socially and physically active lifestyle is a great way to develop skills and competences and increase confidence and self-esteem. We believe that such a way of living should be accessible to everyone, independent of their social and economic background or abilities. The project partners are working to empower young people with disabilities in participating sports events and lead a more active life. By discussing the following questions, we aim to educate and inform society about ways how to create a more inclusive and accepting environment. Representatives from each partner organization will be covering questions related to accessible environments, organizing sports events, interactions, communication, and sharing success stories. Keep listening to find out more. What is a success story?
A success story is a very diverse concept. When describing success, we must take into account the abilities and previous experience of the individual who is being portrayed. It is a happening that involves overcoming challenges and achieving goals, showcasing personal growth and resilience. The success story's pathway for change, as it can inspire others facing similar obstacles to believe in themselves and to focus on their abilities instead of obstacles. When it comes to adapted sport, it is crucial for people with special needs to visible in the general media channels. After our communities separate this social group, making them invisible to the general public, and the possibility to actually be include in even everyday activities is very limited. Sharing success story is necessary as it marks the pathway for the future generations, showing the possibilities of achievement, as it makes it obvious that it doesn't matter where you are coming from. What matters more is the direction are headed. By sharing these success stories, we hope to encourage you, whoever is listening, to become more aware and accepting of the people facing disabilities in your community and support them in writing their own success stories with you being a part of them.
Could you share any success stories connected to the inclusion and empowerment of people with disabilities?
Yes, Zbigniew Świerczyński, who is 73 years old, is a blind person. He started his running adventure over 20 years ago, despite having a progressive visual impairment since birth. Together with his friend, Kazimierz Miszka, who is currently 65 years old, they ran marathons all over Poland. He is one of several blind marathoners in Poland, running with a guide who is the current national champion. He is an example of strength and a man who overcomes all obstacles. Despite his age and limitations, Zbigniew Świerczyński is able to compete with the best in his age category. He regularly turns up at the competitions. His personal best result achieved so far is running a marathon in 3 hours 41 minutes, achieved 6 years ago in Berlin. Sports Club Razem allows students from different schools of Czersku to take part in competitions. Natalia Babińska and Dorota Kostka, who belong to the club, are members of the Polish national tennis team. Both of them participated in the Virtus Global Games that took place in Vichy, France in 2023, winning the silver medal in women's doubles. This is the world's largest elite sporting event for athletics with intellectual disabilities. It is also worth mentioning that the club's athletes win successes at region and national level in various sports such as 100 and 800 distance, meter running, badminton, tennis and long jump. The club athletes go to the training camps during which they prepare for the Olympics under the guidance of qualified staff.
What are the obstacles in organizing an event for people with disabilities?
Key obstacles in organizing sport events for disabled individuals often include limited funding, inadequate facilities, and a lack of public awareness. Overcoming these challenges require community support, better resource allocation, and increased public engagement to create inclusive and accessible sporting events.
How to make sport events more accessible and popular?
To make sport events for disabled people more popular and easy to get to, we should do a few things. First, talk about these events more on TV and online to let more people know about them. Second, make sure the places where these events happen are easy for everyone to use. Third, train the people who work at these events to understand and meet the needs of disabled athletes. Finally, work with companies that want to help and listen to disabled athletes' ideas to make these events better for everyone.
What are the 5 most important aspects when organizing such event?
When setting up sport events for people with disabilities, 5 key things to remember are: easy access. Make sure the places where events happen are easy to get into and use, like having ramps and special bathrooms. Right equipment. Have sports gear that people with different disabilities can use. Helpful staff. The people working at the event should know how to help and understand athletes with disabilities. For everyone. Plan games and activities that all kinds of disabled athletes can join in. Community help. Work with local groups and people who care about disability sports to get more support and spread the word.
What is the proper way to adapt the environment to people with disabilities?
The physical environment would allow disabled people to use the infrastructure independently, without needing the help of another person.
How can sports programs become more adapted and encourage individuals with disabilities to engage?
So first, positive information and public attitude towards people with disabilities. Second, specialist disabilities that help to realize physical activity to the disability to motivated learning to promote self-confidence. And the third, creating the right environment.
How to support people with disabilities in the sports sector?
There is a lack of funding, few sponsors, no projects where disabled people can be included in sports. There is also a lack of sports clubs suitable for people with physical disabilities. Although funding is increasing, the involvement of PVD through sports is hindered by the passive activities of municipalities.
What do you think about the competences of specialists?
Professional coaches are not trained in college and universities to work with people with disabilities. Sport clubs are afraid of disabled people because their knowledge is limited on how to communicate with a disabled person. What their psychology is a lack of general knowledge about disability. There is a lack of specialized on how to work with people with disabilities. Training is financed only for the development of high sports excellence, and it is not available to an ordinary coach.
How do stereotypes affect the participation and acceptance of disabled athletes in sports communities?
So, social attitudes and stereotypes significantly impact their participations and acceptance of disabled athletes and various sport communities. Negative perceptions can create barriers, limiting opportunities and support for disabilities athletes. Positive change in attitudes can change inclusivity and promote a more accessible sporting and environment for everyone.
What are the types of disabilities?
Disabilities form a diverse array of conditions profoundly impacting various aspects of individuals' lives. This impact spans mobility, sensory perception, cognitive abilities, emotional well-being, and overall health. Recognizing the multi-phased nature of disabilities is pivotal in extending the right support and nurturing inclusivity within our society. Let's first explore the types of disabilities. First one, it's physical disabilities. These impairments directly influence bodily movements and physical functionality. Second one, sensory disabilities. Third one, cognitive disabilities. These conditions encompass learning disabilities. First one is psychological and emotional disabilities. Fifth one is developmental disabilities. And last one, chronic health conditions. Next, let's delve into the characteristics of disabilities and diagnosis. Physical characteristics. Visible impairments such as limited mobility, lack of limb function, or reliance on assistive devices are hallmarks of physical disabilities, encompassing conditions like paralysis, limb differences, or chronic health issues. Such disabilities significantly affect an individual's mobility and dexterity. Sensory characteristics. Difficulties in perceiving or processing information through sight, hearing, taste, smell, or touch define sensory disabilities, altering an individual's experience of the world. Conditions such as blindness, deafness, or ailments like tinnitus hinder one or more sense, altering how individuals perceive and interact with their surroundings. Cognitive characteristics. Challenges in learning, memory, problem solving, attention, or information comprehension indicate the impact of cognitive disabilities on mental functions. Down syndrome or intellectual disabilities directly impacting information processing, comprehension, and problem solving skills. Psychological and emotional characteristics. Emotional disbalances, mood fluctuation, anxiety, or behavioral patterns are prevalent in psychological disabilities, significantly affecting daily life and social interactions. Conditions like depression, anxiety disorders, PTSD, or schizophrenia disturb emotional well-being and can manifest through mood swings, anxiety, or behavioral patterns. Developmental disabilities. Conditions like autism spectrum disorder, ASD, or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, affects developmental milestones and social interactions. Chronic health conditions. Health issues like diabetes, chronic pain, or multiple sclerosis pose persistent challenges impacting daily routines and overall well-being. And diagnosis. Identifying disabilities involved comprehensive assessment by healthcare professionals, psychologists, educators, or specialists. These assessments include observations, tests, and evaluations varying based on the type of disability. They may comprise medical history reviews, behavioral assessment, physical examinations, and standardized tests to understand the disability's nature and extent. In conclusion, disabilities encompass a wide spectrum, each with distinct characteristics and diagnostic interfaces. Recognizing and understanding these differences are essential strides toward fostering inclusive environments and providing necessary support for individuals with disabilities to flourish across all spheres of life.